The trend, it seems, is moving into the understanding of who we are, which is what you have always talked about. Yet now, as it should, it is becoming the thing to click into the God within you. One of the things that really humbled me in recent years is the realization that I am often only halfway in on anything I do. I'm rarely ever really all in. We are naturally creative on an energetic level in every moment. By the feelings we entertain and the workings of our imagination and thought patterns. We create our own vibratory expressions, our energetic symphony, which we radiate beyond our bodies. We have the freedom to think and feel however we desire, emitting energetic wave patterns into the quantum field, which we get to experience. Focus is on that, instead of what is going to be the downfall of the planet, etc. In other words, allowing our consciousness to show us the way, instead of relying on outside sources. The more we recognize our full potential, the more we understand, and you realize, of course, the more likely you are to be made redundant. Welcome to you, and all the glorious souls that inhabit your planet, that have been drawn towards the truth of our words. Most of us do this in just about everything we do, and it has a really corrosive effect on whatever we're taking on. Does it have to be this way? Let's take a look at what it looks like to be all in, and why we rarely do that. And then look at how it can create something powerful in your life. Because our consciousness is infinite, beyond our personal self-imposed limitations, we encompass every possible experience. And we can recognize those that we want, as well as those that we do not want to experience. As we move beyond duality and into the realm of our heart consciousness, only positive vibrations come into our experience. In ego consciousness, we live in a hypnotic trance, accepting threats and intimidations in alignment with our belief in mortality. This is all a fabrication that we have accepted as real. Our mental and emotional processes create energetic patterns that become our experiences. By wanting not to experience something, even fighting against it, we are engaging with it and aligning with its energy, empowering its manifestation in our lives. By feeling that we are victims, we create victimization for ourselves. But by feeling thankful and joyful in every moment, we create energetic patterns that bring us fulfillment. There is no force beyond us that can have any power over us. We are infinitely powerful creators and can realize our eternal presence of awareness within the consciousness of the Creator of all. It could not thrill us more to see the complete change around of those who walk your earth and to be able to leave you in your own capable hands. We know there are struggles in finding this knowing of truth, because that has been the intention of the lesser lighted ones, to make your life a struggle. Yet, with all that is destined, it is so encouraging to see that the narrative you are speaking of is becoming the focus and not the when is it all going to change for us. That, of course, meant you were looking outside of yourselves for the change. You were relying on others to change and then assumed that everything would change for you. Yet, nothing will change on the outside if you do not allow the change within to take place. Well, say if the banks collapse or another lockdown comes, that would be a change on the outside, wouldn't it? Imagine working on a creative project and having no question that you're going to complete it. Even when things get hard, you're working with the difficulties. Even when you feel like giving up, you don't give yourself the option. Even when you miss a few days, you come back without any questions. Even if you die with it incomplete, you will die knowing you gave it your all. Your heart is fully in it. Doubts might come up, but those are expected. This is full devotion. We rarely let ourselves be all in, fully devoted, because it's hard and scary. We don't think we can do it. We don't think we're strong enough. We have lots of evidence that we will screw it up, based on past experience. We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust the other person. We fear what they really think of us. We think they'll abandon or hurt us or let us down. Yet again. We don't think we can work out the hard problems. They feel intractable, overwhelming, too complex, too out of our control. We hate not having full control. It's easier to run, but it leaves our full heart, our full power on the table. Once we are aware of the consciousness of our heart, connecting us to universal consciousness, we can train ourselves to be always aware of its life-enhancing qualities. Anything that diminishes anyone disappears from our lives, in knowing and experiencing the unconditional love flowing through our heart. We can bring our conscious mind into alignment with our inner knowing. Until we do this, we live under the direction of our ego consciousness. Although our ego thinks it knows how to live, it has no clue about reality. If we desire it, we can bring our conscious minds into alignment with our heart consciousness. The heart feelings and visions are always life-enhancing. We can feel the energies that we want to attract, and this is our creative urge. By being intentionally grateful for everything we experience, we can transcend our limiting situations and beliefs about ourselves. When we intentionally live in the vibratory spectrum of gratitude and joy, we can transform our lives into experiences of great love and fulfillment. For as you embrace the glory that is you, the life that is you, you change the way you approach each day. When you recognize your power, fully recognize it, then that alone shall do the trick. Thank you. Everyone loved your message last week, as did I. I understood all you said, yet is it that we need to wait a little longer to actually become that full of power? When energies coming in assist us to reach our full potential? No, one does not need to wait for anything. One simply has to know and connect with that higher power of love. Yet, I could sit for 24 hours, 7 days a week, and not necessarily reach those heights. What would be preventing you? I don't know. I know what you are saying is truth. I know that. Yet, I'm just not there yet. Imagine that instead of heading for the exit door, you're committed to working things out the best you can. Not that you should stay in an abusive relationship or anything that's harmful to you. When you want to run, you stand and find something deeper within you. What would that do for the projects that are most meaningful to you? For the relationships you care about most, how would you show up differently for your purpose in life? What would have to shift? What would you have to let go of? What could be created from this place? This is not another set of expectations and shoulds to judge yourself by. This is about practicing deepening. Well, we know we are love. We try to come from love in all we do, and yet I still feel a very average human, not superwoman. Is it a matter of moving through grades in order to get our degree? No. It is a matter of moving through programming and recognizing programming and bursting through all that it is, into the freedom that awaits when you have done so. It has the Matrix movie running through this thread. All around you are signs to the way out, the exit sign, and once you tap into them, you will notice them more and more. When you begin to recognize the deception, the mist begins to clear. It is not just about the lies you have been told. It is about the programming that has been instilled deep within you. Recognize that, and the higher aspects of self shall become more apparent. On top of that, recognize the chemical imbalance that is implanted on a daily basis through that which you eat, drink, spray, touch, ingest. Your world has been intoxicated with all things that do you harm on purpose, yet disguised as the best possible thing for you. Many of you are now cutting the strings that the puppet masters control. Yes, we are. Yet it is quite disturbing to see so many that are still so unaware, so totally unaware. Is their level of understanding your problem? Not directly. Yet, to see so many so asleep makes you wonder how on earth the change will take place. Notice the fears that stop you from being all in, that keep you looking for the exit. Can you be with these fears, a sensation in the body? Notice what you want to do from those fears. Run, hide, eject someone from your life, make them feel bad, justify why you should quit, etc., etc. Can you hold these with love, as something sacred you've created to protect yourself? When the fears show up, try to catch yourself. Notice what you want to do and recognize that this is just a safety mechanism. Breathe. Be with the fear. Give yourself love. Continue to love yourself, the other person. The more breath, presence, and love, the more spaciousness you'll find.